All right, we have got breaking news for you today here on WLTX. Here is what we know. There has now been an arrest made in a shooting that happened earlier today in Forest Acres. What we know now is that Forest Acres police told News 19 the shooting happened a little after noon when somebody fired shots into a car near Bradley Elementary School. In just a few moments from now, we are expecting for a live press conference from the Forest Acres Police Chief, Don Robinson. The press conference is supposed to be at Ravenswood Apartments. All right, here we go. He just started speaking. Let's listen in.
The investigation involved multiple entities, Forest Acres Police Department, City of Columbia Police Department, Richland County Sheriff's Department, and I think also Department of Probation and Parole was out here as well, and maybe even a liaison with the ATF. So wanted everybody to know that this was a very dangerous and volatile situation earlier. We were near approaching the dismissals for schools. We immediately put all of our schools on lockdown, kept them on lockdown until dismissal time. During dismissal time, we actually posted an officer at every specific school in the area to ensure that that we were not going to have any kind of additional incidents involving schools and parents and their children. We can safely say we secured the area the best we could until eventually we had an undercover officer actually spot him walking down the road near Bradley School, after school. So he was actually immediately detained there on this without further incident. He is in custody. He is at our office. We will be processing him on the way. We'll be transporting him to the Richland County Alvinus Glen Detention Center. Any questions?
Yes, Chief, first of all, what's the condition of the victim and the other children that were in the car? Are they okay?
Everyone was physically okay, mentally distraught, nervous, scared, and all that, naturally. But they are physically okay at the moment, yes.
How many children were in the car?
There were two. There's a driver of the car and then two children. I'm sorry.
Okay, so there was two children.
Yes, two children. Yeah, two children.
What do we know about this individual? Criminal history or anything like that?
We cannot elaborate on criminal histories.
Was he out on bond?
We're just getting started. I have no earthly idea. We are on the way going back. We're now completing search warrants for vehicles, search warrants for apartments. So we are still hot and heavy in the initial part of the investigation. So when I get back to the office, I'll be able to do a lot more research and provide you with some of those answers to your questions at a later time.
Were they in a relationship?
It appears that they were in some sort of domestic relationship.
And does the suspect live out here or the victim?
One of the residents, the suspect was living out here. At least that's what we've learned so far.
Do we know the age of those kids at this point, Chief?
I know, but we can't release them at this point.
Were they his kids?
I can't release that.
Were they teenage or below?
I don't know 100%, as I can't really tell you. I mean,
We see the scene still actually behind you. Just explain what's going on.
we are securing a vehicle that is connected to the suspect. So we have a search warrant for the vehicle and a search warrant for the apartment, and we're executing those right now as we speak. Because right now we're at the stage of evidence collection, so we're looking for the weapon.
So you mentioned there was a domestic violence incident that went.
Well, it was a altercation of some sort. I don't want to mislead you and think it was a domestic violence situation. I just know that it was a domestic argument that led to it.
Thank you. So with that, in that domestic argument, was there any indication or motive on why he would have fired shots at that point?
We have no idea at this point. Hopefully the investigation will figure that out here shortly.
And I missed it. He got in a car and chased the victim and shot at her down the road. Did he shoot at her?
I'm not aware of him getting in a car. It just happened from the parking lot.
And she drove away.
And she drove away.
after being shot.
Yes.
Here at Ravenwood.
Yes, it was.
Was he arrested without incident?
He was arrested without incident. We didn't have any altercation with him upon arrest. We approached him rapidly, and he surrendered rapidly.
He appeared belligerent in the car earlier. Can you describe that scene?
I wasn't present there, so I don't really know. I went there very quickly. I never even saw him. I just went there to confirm that it was actually him once I confirmed it, I came back to the scene over here to come back and finish up the rest of the investigation here. So I have no idea.
The apartment that you guys are also processing, were there other occupants in there or other suspects?
No one that we're aware of.
So, Chief, I know we're still investigating right now. As far as you want to go back to the relationship, is he the father of those children?
I don't know the answer, and I can't comment on that one.
Can you tell us about why you decided to put so many schools on lockdown?
Well, anytime we have a situation where someone's at large and it's a violent situation, we are going to notify every single school in our area. As close as we felt that we had it fairly contained where he was, so we were limited. We didn't go further north, so we stayed this way and traveled around. So the schools that were within a half mile of here, those are the ones that we locked down.
Did he have a gun on him when he was
No, he did not. We are looking for that right now, and we're going to look until we expire every single attempt.
So do we happen to have any idea, based off shell casings, if this was a handgun or if this was a higher caliber?
I can't elaborate on that yet.
So it's safe to say there's no threat to the community?
Right now, currently, the threat is eliminated. Everything should be fine. It's just now we're in the evidence collection stage and then research stage and investigation stage. So the immediate threat is gone right now.
All right, about 4 hours to wrap all this up from when it happened to when he was in custody. I mean, what does that say about the work put in not only by y'all but the surrounding jurisdictions?
Well, when you close a case like this, something that's really dangerous, it's imperative that you have just 100% collaborative efforts between multiple agencies, and we did. I can't thank the City of Columbia and Department of Probation and Parole and Richland County enough, because everybody got together and quickly just started moving around, started handling everything, and it was a lot, and we're very thankful that we all work together as a team, and good teamwork gets good results.
Any other questions? You good?
Because Triple P was out here, does that infer that he was on probation or parole?
I don't know. They may just been out here working something else and heard it on the radio. So I don't really know the answer to that question.
We'll look into that. We'll get back to you about
Yeah.
that.
There'll be another follow-up to this with a chance for some of these questions. Okay.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you, Chief.
Good. Did I look enough? I'm sorry. I couldn't keep up. I was trying to pay him, but I don't know.
All right, just wrapping up with Chief Don Robinson from the Forest Acres Police Department announcing and wanting to make it clear that this wasn't a random act of violence, that he said this was in fact a targeted incident. Now, what we know is that 22-year-old Tyquan Kelly was arrested. Now, the police chief did say that he is accused of firing shots into a vehicle with a woman that he was in what Chief called a domestic situation with. But there were, in fact, 2 young children inside that car when he fired the shots into the car. Now, as far as what their relationship was or whether or not he was the father of the children, the chief declined to comment on that, but he did say that this was targeted. They were in some type of domestic situation. Now, why the schools had to go into lockdown? Well, it's because he was not caught immediately. So this all happened right near Bradley Elementary School. That school and others in the area were put into the lockdown situation to make sure that the kids stayed safe. He also said they sent Forest Acres police to each of those schools during dismissal time to make sure that all the kids were dismissed safely. And around that time, he said, right after dismissal, an undercover police officer who was in the area looking for Kelly spotted him walking near Bradley Elementary School, and that's when he was detained and arrested. As far as whether or not Mr. Kelly has a criminal history, he wouldn't go into that, but he did mention, I know you heard at the beginning of the press conference, that there was pardon and parole services there today. So perhaps he was out on bond. We don't know that yet. Again, though, he fired shots into a car with 3 people. 2 of the people in that car we know were young children. The good news is the mom of those kids and the 2 kids were not hurt, but you will see video of that car coming up tonight on Friends at 5 5 and News 19 at 6 because the windshield of the car did shatter with that bullet. So 22-year-old Tyquan Kelly arrested. He is at the he is at the Forest Acres Police Department right now, but will be taken to the Richland County jail to Alvin S. Glenn in just a little bit once he is booked. We are waiting to learn more information about that suspect, but again, he wanted to make it clear this was targeted. This was not a random act of violence happening in Forest Acres. So we did have a reporter there, as you could see, and a photographer. We're going to bring you the very latest tonight when you join us for Friends at 5 and for News 19 at 6. You can also check out WLTX.com for the latest information. I'm Andrea Mock. We'll see you at 5 o'clock.